That's the intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey Star Trek Fleet Commanders, welcome back to today's video where I want to go over the Sarah store. Now the reason I waited till the last day is one, to confirm that these currencies will roll over, which I've been told they will. So the Eyepatches, definitely going to be using those again in the future for Galactic Invasion style events. And the second thing is I want everybody to have as many currencies as they can. However, Scopely went and changed the kind of like MO of how this worked. So a lot of this information will be applicable to the next time. But like I said, with the currency rolling over, I wanted to wait until this point. Now, before we get too deep into it, I do want to do a little quick announcement about some of the events today. Specifically this O13 event, the Omega 13 event. I know it's not an O, whatever, Greek, blah. So before we jump into that, here's what I want to talk about first. An announcement that I need to make about this. So put it on the screen right now. There we go. Yeah, you'll notice all the poop emojis because people are frustrated. But here's how it works. If you're watching it early, you hopefully won't have as many frustrations. Warnings, spoilers in this, hence the spoiler bars. I will be releasing those in about 60 seconds. So if you want to ignore that, just ignore it. So, event lasts for 3 days. It can only be completed if the player finds the correct path to the Omega 13 mission, which you'll find in your gift chest. You should have found the mission in your gift chest. If a player fails to find the right path, then at the end of the mission, they'll get a 130-minute long rush trivia question. Basically, that's how long you have to finish the trivia. When they answer correctly, you get the codes. If you fail to get the codes lets you do the mission again. Well, that means the only way to do it is through a pack. So, here's what I have. Now, this is a spoiler. I have not done it myself because I'll be honest, a lot going on in this game. But here are the ones that work for others. So, number 1, A, follow the shuttle. 2, B, or 1A, B, follow the impulse signature. Then we got to do 2A, cut through the Ion Nebula. Then 2A, C, divert power to the deflector array. 3B, create a singularity near the star. And then finally, 3BA, use the gravitational force to slingshot yourself. And that should be the correct answers and correct paths. So spoilers for all y'all who didn't want that. So just wanted y'all to know, because I do try to help everybody out as much as we can. So let's talk about this event structure. The number one thing I'm going to say in the event store, get the NSEA protector. Why? Because this is the free-to-play path to getting the ship. If you want to obtain the ship, you must get this. Now, something else to note is there is a cooldown timer on this with, I believe, 12 blueprints at max, and then it starts like a 22-hour cooldown. I might have that slightly wrong. Please feel free to correct me in the comment section below. In fact, I'll put up this little thingy right here. Bam! Look at that. It just came up. Whee! Editing. So that you can comment, and I think it's 12 a day or 10 a day, but I think it's 12. Then you'll start a 1-day timer essentially that cools it down. Why do they do that? Simple. Because they either want you to buy the ship or take months to unlock it. Because as we've talked about, the unlock path of these ships when they happen is months. It takes a long time to get that done. But now you know, next time there is a cooldown. So if you do it now, well, again, they said the currency rolls over. So I was actually talking to Lube about that yesterday. So that would be priority number 1, is getting the NSEA protector blueprints. Keep in mind that this Galactic Invasion is guaranteed to be frustrating for some. Why? Because if you're below level 40, you basically see nothing in here. The short answer is, like, if it offers you Syndicate XP, get Syndicate XP. But for those 40 and above, you want to focus on the NSEA protector first, and then go from there. And then it comes down to how much you're willing to grind. Like, for example, I am not going to pick up the NSEA protector grind. Why? I have too many other grinds going right now. So things like the beryllium spheres might actually be good for me because I don't feel like going through those grinds. But another thing that I'm also going after, and you can see my timer having a cooldown I've already gone after. There's a bunch of stuff down here that I've ignored. I never go after things. I feel like some of the conversion rates here are terrible. I'll show you an example before I show you what I have gone after. Look at the conversion rate of this. 25,000 eye patches for 373 Bajoran credits. That is literally just throwing your eye patches away. That is like such a horrible conversion rate. Most of the stuff down here is just absolutely worthless. 5-star, that's worthless. That's absolutely worthless. Like, you should ignore the entire back end of this little event store. I'm not trying to say that you can't find value, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but truly you're just wasting your eye patches if you're going after stuff like this, because the average player who watches my channel is not buying packs, or not buying these packs, not winning #1 on the SLBs, and if they do, more power to them. I do love that for you. But what I'm trying to say is people aren't doing these 3-day events and then end up with 200,000 currency, right? So you don't want to blow it on stuff like this. You want to be very particular about it, which means that you might consider things like the rare dust if you need it, like you need a good rare dust just to finish off a research real quick. But other than that, the things that are front loaded are going to be the most valuable. Getting the NSEA protector, beryllium spheres to upgrade if you want to avoid that. This is to use the ship ability. You get this every day. Would not recommend this. But I would say the Galactic Acclaim is valuable. What is the Galactic Acclaim? Well, I'll show you real quick. The Galactic Acclaim is part of the new favor system that they released. And I'll be honest, I do find it intriguing and even valuable. So if you go into, say, the Klingon, the one that I'm going to be working on is the Vorchal one. So for 2,000, you get Vorchal Hull Plating 1. If you click the button down here, you can see the different favors. So the Vorchal Hull Plating 1 will give me a 250% boost to the hull health of the Vorchal, and it maxes out at a whopping 3,000. This is free-to-play grinding, right? So granted, how long are you going to be with the Vorchal? Maybe you decide that you want to save up and like, hey, I'm going to get it for the Sompek, or I'm going to get it for the Rotaran, and you save up that entire time. You plan for it. Maybe that's what you decide to do. Whatever it is that you decide, I mean, these are nice hull health bonus. Hull health obviously means more survivability in game. You know, it's the original Apex, if you will. So that is actually what I would call a good, use of your currency, especially if you're getting a decent amount. Now that one is kind of pricey, so be mindful of that. And it doesn't give you a full amount for like a full favor. You would have to be adding it up over time. And the last but certainly not least, we do talk about officer sourcing. Gwen Demarco's here. 10K per. So you would need over $1 million to finish her out. But I mean, if you're slowly doing it, I guess that's valuable. I do like Gwen Demarco as an officer. Like, we look at this officer ability, increases isolated damage against armadas, 7%. That's at level 1. Like, it actually gets pretty daggum good. And then hold, please. Increases isolated cascade in PvP, 30% at level 1. I mean, so she's a good officer. I mean, this is long-term sourcing for her. So I would say that if you're looking at what is most valuable, I would say getting the NSEA protector has got to be number 1. And then after that, it comes down to things like this. Whether it's Gwen Demarco you want number 1, or going after Galactic Acclaims to make your FKR ships even better. I tend to lean a little bit towards the FKR ships, but that doesn't mean it's a wrong answer. And if anybody's about to ask about these, if you get these, cool. Like if you manage to get the Chimera Blueprint vouchers, cool. But these take a different currency. So, I mean, and I guess I need to mention them like I just did, but they're not going to be part of the normal Eyepatch currency, so I'm not really focused on them. So the main 3 things are be unlocking the ship. This is the free-to-play path. It's expected if you do all the different events and everything, do the Chimeras, that it'll take you, anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on your pull rates and everything and how you've completed things. Beryllium spheres if you want to skip the loop, but keep in mind that this will not be as efficient as just doing the loop. And then Gwen Demarco and the Galactic Acclaims. With the Galactic Acclaims be something I'm secretly kind of like enjoying. Like I think that that is a good value because it's a free-to-play way for players to give massive hull boosts to their ships, where normally those type of huge boosts are relegated to you buying like a brand new forbidden technology. You don't have to do that here. And I think that's good. I mean, I like not having to buy things. I like to buy things when I want to buy them, not because I need to. This means I don't need to. That's good. That's actually a nice improvement. So now I can save that money and buy a second battle pass, right? Because this is number 1 and there's another one coming this month. So there's the event store structure. There's the, Omega event run. So hopefully this all has helped you out. If you need anything, as always, I'm available to be reached on Discord or Facebook. I know Discord's not everybody's medium, but I am also on Facebook and Twitter if you want to find me there. But Discord there. All the links to all the communication things are in the comment section down below. Hopefully this video gives you a little bit of direction when it comes to, what you should do and how you should go about things. And then last but certainly not least, just a reminder, in my Discord, I do put out announcements like this all the time. Like I try to put out announcements to help people, especially on very confusing events. If I don't make a video about it, you can guarantee you're going to find the answer in the Discord to try to help you out as a player. So live long and plunder. Stay safe for those Space Cowboys. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next STFC video. Appreciate y'all so much. And don't forget, tonight we are giving away battle passes on Twitch. So twitch.tv/RevDeuce if you want to win some battle passes. Yay. Thank you, Scopely, for letting me give them away. Because I like giving away battle passes. It makes me happy. Even if this event is confusing.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.